Welcome back to Coins X Tales. We're exploring rare Lincoln pennies, coins that have made people rich. Let's find out why you should never overlook these coins. Because who knows, a single coin could change your life. Don't miss this. Top 1. We are going to talk about a small copper coin that many people still ignore, but collectors never do. This is the United States of America Lincoln penny from 1974 with the D mint mark. At first look, it feels like an ordinary 1-cent coin, something you may have seen hundreds of times in old jars, drawers, or even loose change. But if you are a coin lover, listen very carefully, because this penny has stories, varieties, and errors that can quietly turn a simple coin into something special. The 1974 D Lincoln cent was struck at the Denver Mint during a very busy time for U.S. coin production. Millions were made, which is why most examples are still common today. The coin shows Abraham Lincoln on the front, designed by Victor David Brenner, and the Lincoln Memorial on the back, a design that defined an entire generation of pennies. Most people see this coin and think it is only worth 1 cent, but collectors know condition and details change everything. If you find this coin in worn condition, scratched or darkened from years of circulation, it usually stays a face value piece. But once you move into cleaner examples, especially those with strong details, full mint luster, and no damage, interest starts to grow. Uncirculated 1974 D pennies are popular with beginner collectors who want affordable coins from the classic Lincoln Memorial series. Now let's talk about what really excites collectors: rare errors and unusual varieties. While the most famous double die from 1974 comes from the Philadelphia Mint, Denver coins can still show valuable minting mistakes. Look closely for off-center strikes, where the design is shifted and part of the coin is missing. Check for clipped planchets, where a piece of metal looks bitten off. Die cracks, die chips, and struck-through errors can also add serious collector interest. These mistakes happen during the minting process and make each error coin unique. Another important thing is color. Collectors prefer bright red examples over brown ones. A well-preserved red coin from 1974 D can stand out beautifully in a collection, especially if it has sharp details and clean surfaces. Now let's talk about value. In today's real market, a normal circulated 1974 D Lincoln penny is usually worth 1 cent to just a few cents. A clean, uncirculated example can be worth several times face value. However, error coins are a different story. Depending on the type and strength of the error, auction prices have reached from a few $100s to several $1,000s in words, especially when the coin is certified and clearly shows a dramatic mistake. So the next time you see a 1974 D Lincoln penny, don't ignore it. Look closely, check the details, and take your time. Coins like this reward patience and careful eyes. If you enjoyed this video and love learning about hidden value in everyday coins, make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and share it with a fellow coin lover. Stay curious, keep collecting, and I'll see you in the next video. Top 2. We are diving into a Lincoln penny that many people still find in pocket change, but very few truly understand. This is the United States of America Lincoln penny from 1986 with no mint mark. A simple detail like the missing mint mark might not look exciting at first, but for collectors, it immediately tells an important story. Coins with no mint mark from this year were struck at the Philadelphia Mint, and some of them can be far more interesting than they appear. The 1986 Lincoln cent belongs to a special period in U.S. coin history. This was a transition era when the U.S. Mint was already producing pennies with a zinc core and a thin copper coating. The design still shows Abraham Lincoln on the front and the Lincoln Memorial on the reverse, a classic look that many collectors grew up with. Because millions were produced, most examples are common, but condition, color, and errors can change everything. When you hold a 1986 no mint mark penny, the first thing to check is its condition. Coins that are heavily worn, dark, or damaged usually stay close to face value. But coins with sharp details, clean surfaces, and strong original shine instantly become more desirable. Collectors especially look for bright red examples, because over time most pennies turn brown. A red coin from this year is much harder to find and far more attractive in a collection. Now let's talk about what really makes collectors pay attention: errors and rare mistakes. The 1986 Philadelphia penny is known for several interesting minting errors. Look closely for double dies, where letters or numbers appear slightly doubled, especially in the date or the words on the coin. Off-center strikes are another exciting find, where the design is not properly aligned. You may also see die cracks, die chips, or even broad strikes, all caused by problems during the minting process. These errors turn an ordinary penny into a unique collectible. Another important detail is preservation. Coins that were never circulated and stored carefully can still show full mint luster decades later. When such a coin is combined with a visible error, collectors become very interested, and competition at auctions can grow quickly. Now let's talk about value. In the real market today, a normal circulated 1986 no-mint mark Lincoln penny is usually worth 1 cent to a few cents. A well-preserved, uncirculated example can be worth a noticeable premium. However, coins with strong errors or exceptional condition have sold at auction for prices ranging from tens of dollars to several $100s in words, and in rare certified cases, even higher. So before you toss that penny aside, take a closer look. The 1986 no-mint mark Lincoln cent might be hiding more value than you expect. If you enjoyed this video and love discovering hidden treasures in everyday coins, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications. Share this with a fellow coin lover, and keep checking your change. See you in the next video. Top 3. We are talking about a modern Lincoln penny that many people still overlook, but collectors pay close attention to. This is the United States of America Lincoln penny from 2009 with the D mint mark. At first glance, it looks like an ordinary cent, but this coin was issued in a very special year, and that alone makes it important. If you love coins, listen carefully, because this penny tells a powerful story. The year 2009 marked the 200th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth. Because of this, the U.S. Mint made a big change. Instead of the usual Lincoln Memorial on the back, four different reverse designs were released, each one showing a stage of Lincoln's life. The Denver Mint struck these coins with the D mint mark, and collectors around the world rushed to save them. This was not just another penny year, it was a historic tribute. Each reverse design has its own meaning. One shows Lincoln's early childhood, another his youth and hard work, the third his professional life, and the fourth his presidency in Washington. Finding a full set of all 4 2009 D pennies in nice condition is something many collectors still enjoy doing today. Now let's talk about rarity. While millions were produced, fewer of these pennies entered circulation compared to other years. Many were saved by collectors, but high-quality examples are still not easy to find in pocket change. Condition matters a lot. Worn coins are common, but clean coins with sharp details and original shine are much more desirable. Bright red examples are especially popular because most pennies lose their color over time. Errors make this coin even more exciting. Collectors search carefully for double dies, especially in the lettering and dates. Off-center strikes are another big attraction, where the design is not properly aligned. Broad strikes, die cracks, and struck-through errors can also be found. These mistakes happen during the minting process and turn a regular coin into something unique and collectible. Because 2009 was such a special year, demand for these pennies remains strong. New collectors love them for their history, and experienced collectors hunt for top-grade or error examples. This keeps interest alive even many years later. Now let's talk about value. In today's real market, a normal circulated 2009 D Lincoln penny is usually worth face value to a few cents. A well-preserved, uncirculated example can be worth several times face value. Complete sets with strong color are worth even more. Error coins and certified high-grade examples have sold at auction for prices ranging from tens of dollars to several $100s in words, depending on rarity and condition. So the next time you see a 2009 D penny, don't ignore it. Check the design, look for errors, and enjoy the history in your hand. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to like, subscribe, and share it with other coin lovers. Keep checking your change, keep learning, and I'll see you in the next video. Top 4. We are exploring a Lincoln penny that many people have seen, but very few truly understand. This is the United States of America Lincoln penny from 1975 with no mint mark. A missing mint mark may look like nothing special, but for collectors it immediately tells us this coin was struck at the Philadelphia Mint. Hidden inside this simple penny is history, collector demand, and the possibility of rare errors that can make it far more valuable than 1 cent. The 1975 Lincoln cent comes from a fascinating time in U.S. coinage. America was moving through economic changes, and pennies were still made mostly of copper. The coin features Abraham Lincoln on the front and the Lincoln Memorial on the back, a design that had already become iconic by this time. Millions of these coins were produced, which is why they are still commonly found today, but not all 1975 pennies are equal. Condition plays a huge role with this coin. If the penny is heavily worn, dark, or damaged, it usually stays close to face value. But when you find one with sharp details, clean surfaces, and original mint shine, collectors start paying attention. Bright red examples are especially desirable because over time most pennies turn brown. A red 1975 no-mint mark penny is much harder to find today and stands out in any collection. Now let's talk about what truly excites coin lovers: errors and varieties. The 1975 Philadelphia penny is known for interesting minting mistakes. Look closely for double die errors, where letters or numbers appear doubled, especially in the date or the word Liberty. Off-center strikes are another exciting discovery, where the design is shifted and part of the coin is missing. Die cracks, die chips, and struck-through errors can also add strong collector value. These errors happen during the minting process and make each coin unique. Collectors also enjoy this year because it fits perfectly into Lincoln cent collections from the classic Memorial era. It is old enough to feel historic, yet still affordable, making it popular with both beginners and advanced collectors searching for high-grade or error examples. Now let's talk about value. In today's real market, a normal circulated 1975 no-mint mark Lincoln penny is usually worth 1 cent to a few cents. A well-preserved, uncirculated example can be worth several times face value. Coins with strong errors or exceptional condition have sold at auction for prices ranging from tens of dollars to several $100s in words, depending on the type of error and overall quality. So before you ignore that old penny, take a closer look. The 1975 no-mint mark Lincoln cent might be hiding more than you expect. If you enjoyed this video and love learning about coins with hidden value, make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and share it with other coin lovers. Keep checking your change, stay curious, and I'll see you in the next video. Top 5. We are taking a close look at a Lincoln penny that can completely change the way you see your pocket change. This is the United States of America Lincoln penny from 1992 with no mint mark. At first glance, it looks like a normal 1-cent coin, but collectors know this year hides one of the most famous and valuable varieties in modern U.S. coin history. If you love coins, listen very carefully, because this penny can be truly special. A no-mint mark penny from 1992 means it was struck at the Philadelphia Mint. The design shows Abraham Lincoln on the front and the Lincoln Memorial on the back, a familiar look to most people. Millions of these coins were produced, and most of them are common. In circulated condition, they are often ignored and spent without a second thought. But one tiny design detail on the back of the coin can turn an ordinary penny into a collector's dream. The key attraction of the 1992 no-mint mark Lincoln cent is the famous close AM variety. On a normal penny, the letters A and M in the word America on the reverse have a noticeable gap between them. On the rare close AM variety, those letters are almost touching. This happened because a proof-style reverse die was accidentally used for regular circulation coins. It was never meant to happen, which is why so few exist. Finding a true close AM coin requires patience and careful inspection. Many people overlook this detail, which is why these coins can still hide in collections or old jars. Collectors carefully examine the spacing of the letters, along with other details, to confirm authenticity. Because of its rarity, this variety is considered one of the most important modern Lincoln cent errors. Condition also matters a lot. A worn or damaged coin may not attract much attention unless it is the rare variety. But a well-preserved example with sharp details and original shine can create serious excitement. Bright red coins are especially desirable, as most pennies from this era have turned brown over time. Beyond the close AM variety, collectors also look for other errors such as double dies, off-center strikes, die cracks, and struck-through errors. While these are less famous, they can still add strong collector interest and value. Now let's talk about value. In today's real market, A normal circulated 1992 no-mint mark Lincoln penny is usually worth face value to a few cents. A clean, uncirculated example can be worth a small premium. However, the rare close AM variety is a completely different story. Certified examples have sold at auction for prices reaching into the tens of thousands of dollars in words, depending on condition and quality. So the next time you see a 1992 penny with no mint mark, don't rush past it. Turn it over, check the word America, and look closely. That tiny detail could make a massive difference. If you enjoyed this video and love learning about hidden treasures in everyday coins, make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and share it with other coin lovers. Keep checking your change, enjoy the hunt, and I'll see you in the next video.